Welcome to another game in which I'm going to be playing Renekton top lane versus a Jax. We have Draven Leona in bot lane versus an Ezreal Nami. We have Kassadin mid lane versus a Diana. And we have Nasus in the jungle versus a Hikarum. So let's jump in and see how this goes. So, I saw the Jax pick and I said, right, take me the Renekton and I'll just bully him in lane and crush him. That was my initial plan, and I always do this. Whenever I see a Jax, I pick Renekton. I just love this lane. Overall, it's just a great lane to play. It gives Renekton a lot of power, because although Jax is very powerful, and if you give him even the remotest advantage, he crushes most lanes. It's very hard for him to get that advantage against Renekton, because Renekton just becomes so beefy. So anyway, coming to lane with nearly 50 fury, so pretty much ready to crush him. So, as soon as he comes near, Q, smash, hit him. I don't lose anything for that, and I'm just going to keep on doing that. As soon as I have 50 fury, and he's near me, or if he's generally just near me and I need some health, I will hit him. Because he's not going to lose me anything, smash. Focus on the farming, focus on keeping him pushed and keeping him off the farm. He takes his stun first, which really confuses me, but okay, fine. So, at level 2 I took my E, as you should as Renekton, because 1, you want it for escaping ganks, 2, you want it so you can outmaneuver most champions in top lane. As Jax is very effective because you go in and then you come out. Very quickly and very effectively. Also, if you do it right, you go in, you stun, you Q, and then you back off. They're forced to use their gap closer to get back onto you, and if they do that, they're in your minion wave. That means that Jax then loses the trade with you very quickly. So, I'm gonna focus on pushing and keeping him under the tower. Okay, fine, he's Jax and he probably won't struggle too much with farming into the tower. But anyway, I tank the tower a bit too much, and then Hikarum comes in and I'm like, yeah, I die, fine. Hikarum kills me though, so Jax doesn't actually get much out of it. So I'm going to head back to top with boots and a ward this time, and I'm going to just bully him. Even though I was out of lane, I'm just going to continue to bully him. I'm not going to give him even the remotest edge. Then Nasus comes up and he jumps out the gank. Yep, okay, to be expected, to be honest, it's Jax. So I just focus on pushing the wave, make him lose some farm, and then I go off over here, just in case I'm needed. Nope, okay, so I stick down my ward, and then I continue to push. Then I go back quickly and I buy myself a longsword and another ward just in case. So I come back to lane. At this point he's level 6. I'm going to go on him anyway. I hit 6. He does quite a bit of damage to me. I'm not too fussed. He then goes on to me again, and this time for some reason he uses his ult after I backed off. Bit confusing, but oh well. So there we go. That's the clear thing. So I went into him with my slice, and then I Q'd him, and then he activated his stun, so I diced out. It forced him to use his leap to get onto me, but he didn't want to, because if he did and the stun had worn off, then he would have very quickly lost the trade with me, and I would have just torn him apart in my minion wave. So continue to push and look for opportunities by pushing him, keeping him under the tower. At this point he's also running rather low on mana, so he's actually struggling to keep this lane in his favour. And I know Nasus is nearby. I'm like, okay, we could probably dive this, so we do, nearly, and then we decide actually probably better that we don't, and I'll just continue to bully him and continue to push him out. So he's struggling under the tower a little bit. I'm ahead of him by about 20 farm at this point, even though I'm not actually farming as well as I could. And then I push up the wave again, and this time he's gonna hopefully miss a few more minions due to it. And then he hits 8. At this point, I'm actually ahead of him now, a little bit, due to the way that I'm pushing. Go on him again. I take a tower shot, it's fine, I don't mind, so I'm going to go put down my ward. And then I continue to push him up. And keep him out of this lane properly. Keep him from actually doing much. He's not actually building very well against me. He built cloth armor late. He started with a rejuve bead, if I remember correctly. And he's struggling. Because of his decisions. To be honest, the Doran's Blade is an alright pickup against me, but it's probably not the best. He'd probably be better off just getting a straight up Vamp Scepter, since he's going to be under the tower a lot, and that way he can just sustain. But meh, decisions. So I'm going to continue to push and keep on bullying him in this lane and keep it. And also, there's a strength to keeping him pushed. It kind of keeps him from going back, because he's just going to miss like 2 waves if he goes back. And because I'm so much more powerful, if I get the opportunity, I could just dive him outright and just blow him up. I go under, I take a tower shot, and then he's going back at this point. Fine, okay, you go back, you're going to miss at least a minion wave, maybe 2. Hikarum comes along, so I'm like, fine, okay, you take his minion wave, and I'm just going to go back. I get myself a Brutalizer, Vamp Scepter, and another piece of cloth armor. And some pots. At this point I don't have a ward, but that's because I'm not actually particularly scared of a Hikarum gank. If Hikarum ganks me, I'd probably turn around and kill the Jax. So I go on him, he does some damage, he actually trades pretty well there, but then I just sustain and yeah. At this point I'm actually just going to continue to bully him, continue to punish him, and then Cassidy comes up. So I'm like, cool. So I ult. Cassidy takes the first tower shot, I then go under the tower with the Jax, and I just go boom, kill, and walk away. Nice, quick, clean kill, and then I go for the tower as quickly as I can. I tell Cassidy to come along and help me, and then I back off. So I go back, I get myself my Warden's Mail and a cloth and a Null Magic Mantle. So I then come down here to help with this Diana kill. Cassidy keeps on her, and I continue to chase down. I come in, stun, Q, boom, nice kill for Cassidy, and then I continue to push. Nasus is here as well, so we're like, yep, let's just take this tower as quickly as we can. Go into the tower, we kill Hikarum, go straight into Nami, kill her as well. Nice, quick, clean kills. So I just sit down here and wait for my minions, and then go for the tower. I continue to push up the minions, kill off enemy minions as well, and then I take the tower, and I'm like, cool, nice, quick, clean tower. And then come over to mid lane to try and help with this one as well. Nasus is top dealing with the Jax. I was tempted to go up and help him, but he said that he'd be fine, so I just stayed here and continued to push. And then we go in on them here in a dive, and then we back off. I go full ult style and walk away. Boom. I keep my distance and go recoiling in a slightly different spot so as to avoid any damage from like Ezreal ults or anything, just in case. And then I go back, get myself a Bilgewater Cutlass and my Mercury Treads. Also get some wards and pots. We get Dragon, and then I hold mid and put down a ward. See Jax walk off past me, fine, okay. Cassidy goes up to top to deal with Jax, and I stay down here and then catch out Ezreal, and then he gets away, fine, not too bad anyway. Then use escapes, and then Cassidy's up tops now, still dealing with Jax, but also with Hikarum as well. I'm like, okay, fine. They dive, Jax dies, and I continue to push down here for the opportunities that it will grant us. The team's trying to push mid, and I'm just gonna stay down here and bully the Ezreal. The Ezreal can't kill me, and he certainly can't deal with me, so I'm just gonna go for the tower, and he's gonna try and kill the minions, and I'm just gonna continue to push. Now, the reason I'm building a Bilgewater Cutlass is because Splather and King on Nasus on Renekton is ridiculous. So, catch out the Ezreal here and push them out. And then go for the tower, and at this point we're just crushing them. None of their lanes were winning, and none of their lanes are doing much now. So, why is Blaze of the Ruined King effective on Renekton? Because if you get a Fury W, you get 3 hits on it. It's also because attack speed is not actually too bad on Renekton, and also the active is very strong. But anyway, they surrender here, and I basically just crushed the Jax. The Jax couldn't do anything in that lane, and generally it just affected the other lanes in ways, because it meant that Nasus just focused on the other lanes, ganked them to bits, and Hikarum was just having to be here, there, and everywhere, and couldn't. So overall, I think that this game went pretty well, and it certainly shows the strength of the Renekton lane versus a Jax lane. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also follow me and like me on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you for watching.